Is it canon to the game that Azul is insanely strong? The earliest information we receive about Azul being stronger than he looks might be from Floyd during Beanfest, who asks, who said anything about Azul being weak without his magic? He's real strong. He's slow on land and in water, and he's got lousy athletic reflexes, but that doesn't mean he's weak. Azul's bigger than me in the water, and he's got 8 huge, heavy limbs. His submission holds are bad news, and he's got crazy grip strength. If he so much as snags you, he can snare you with your arms pinned. Octopi are all muscle. Seems to me like that wouldn't go poof just because he took a potion to turn himself human. But Floyd's information is a little vague. He says Azul has crazy grip strength and his submission holds are bad news, but that is the same line where he talks about Azul in his mare form, so is he talking about mare Azul or human Azul? Or is he not making a distinction because there isn't one? Can Azul snare people and pin them down on land, or was Floyd half relating an anecdote from when they lived underwater? But then came Book 6 and a line from Azul himself saying that his arms are quite powerful, unlike Riddle's. This seems to confirm that Azul is physically stronger than most people, but then comes the Thunder Spear. Riddle asks for help lifting it and Azul struggles under its weight, despite how this would have been the ideal opportunity to illustrate how physically capable Azul really is. But maybe the Thunder Spears are a tall order for anyone to lift? They're weapons from the age of the gods. Maybe they just weren't designed for humans, or creatures in human form, to lift on their own. Except there is Leona, who both lifts and wields the Thunder Spear entirely on his own, twice. He gets help from Jamil the 3rd time. But the rules of the Thunder Spears are unclear. After Riddle and Azul's spear goes into energy-saving mode, Riddle says, I should be able to handle it now on my own, insinuating that when they are not in attack mode they are easier to wield. Azul carries it at first but, due to his infamously poor stamina, he does eventually give it up to Riddle. When Azul comments on how easy Riddle makes carrying the spear look, Riddle explains, I spend most of my time learning magic. I have ever since I was born, insinuating that he is using a form of magic, perhaps levitation, to carry it and maybe does not have it physically in his arms at all. Vil explains that the spears are difficult to control in attack mode due to the amount of energy they give off. We know that Leona is extremely powerful, but is he both physically stronger than an octopus mermaid and magically stronger than Azul, or is Azul physically stronger than Leona, but his magic wasn't enough for the spear? And then there is the fact that Azul is, magically, extremely strong. Jade comments that Azul's unique magic is too strong for even him to control, which is why he designed the golden contracts, to artificially rein himself in. Does that apply to all of Azul's magic, or is it just his Someone with the muscle of an octopus and a magic too strong to be wielded by its own user seems like they should be able to control a Thunder Spear on their own, but maybe Leona is just that strong? Thunder Spear conundrum aside, we have officially received confirmation of Azul's canonical physical strength in events. He is shown as capable of prying the famously strong Stitch off of the Prefect during the Stitch event, and forces a pushy journalist away in order to protect Vil during the Tapis Rouge event. In a vignette we have Azul volunteering to carry a load of wood for Column, and he pretends to be struggling under the weight in order to leave a lasting impression of his efforts, but as we cannot tell how much wood there is that he is hauling, it can be difficult to tell how heavy it truly is. But then there is Vargas. At Trey's request, Jade and Azul are assigned the task of evacuating a bound Grimm and Vargas from the mine. Jade takes Grimm and runs away, leaving Azul behind alone with the Prefect to handle Vargas. Did Jade know that Azul would not struggle with carrying him? Azul does ask for the Prefect's help, but only because he is worried about bumping Vargas's head against the rocks. He does not say anything about struggling to carry him. And this sounds very similar to a comment from Malleus on carrying Idia and Azul through the narrow stairwells of the Bell Tower during Glorious Masquerade.